All right guys, so as you can see, I did just get my new Icon toolbox here in actually last week. It was ordered around Black Friday. You know, I took advantage of the 20% off and then the 10% off if you sign up for the Harbor Freight credit card. So normally MSRP on this box is currently $3,000. With those discounts, it ended up being, you know, just barely above $2,000. Yes, yes, this is made in China. I don't really care for that, but again, we're talking MSRP of $3,000 versus MSRP of, you know, 7, 8 and up. So, but anyhow, guys, let's get into the specs on this and go from there. Of course, it is, again, like the title states, it is a 73 inch. So we have 73 inches, we have 25 inches deep, and then we have a height from here down of roughly 45 inches. You can see on this side we have 8 drawers. Now these drawers you can rearrange, of course, between this bank. We'll get more into that farther on into the video. Then we have 2 long drawers, of course, a deep and a shallow. And below that we have 6 more drawers, again configured shallow and deep. And then on the end here, you can see we have 4 more drawers. At the bottom, we'll get into it, we have a power drawer and a drawer for storing your power tools. One thing to note, when you do receive this toolbox and you're looking for the ramp to offload it off of the crate, you're going to find that down here in the bottom box in a cardboard box. There's really no instructions on the outside saying, hey, go to that drawer down there, open that cardboard box, but that's where you'll find the ramp to, of course, get this box off of that pallet. Now, this box is really heavy, that brings that up. You know, we're talking, I believe, 897 pounds, so it is not light at all. That being said, you know, the overall capacity is 8,000 pounds, with each caster being able then to, of course, hold 2,000 pounds. So you can definitely put quite a bit of weight in this toolbox. I don't think there'll ever be an issue there. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the drawers. More importantly, of course, the power drawer. As you can see, I did start to put my chargers in here. You've got a nice power strip along the side here. And then you do have that track style wire cage there, you know, to keep your wire there from getting caught anywhere. So that definitely makes that nice. And it'll be nice to have a drawer just set up for charging batteries. Now you will notice this is a single slide drawer. And with that being said, it is rated for 265 pounds capacity, which to me is just crazy. But if we move on down to where the power tools and batteries will be stored, you can see we have adjustable cups here on the side. So you've got 3 small ones, 3 large ones, and then you have plenty of adjustment spots right here, of course, for those tools. Alongside that, you do have the rail here to hold the handle end, and of course, this is also adjustable up and down. So if we take the Milwaukee there, you know, we'll be able to set that in there like so, store the batteries underneath, and that'll be definitely pretty good. So here you can see it is double slides on the side there. So now this drawer goes from being 265 capacity in pounds to 530. Also, with this toolbox, the drawer slides are adjustable tension-wise. So, of course, how hard, you know, it is to pull the drawer out. It's pretty straightforward here. You'll adjust it in one direction on this side, adjust it in the opposite direction on the other side. And now you can see it's a lot easier to pull the drawer out. If you swap that around in direction, you can definitely see there's quite a difference in force. to get that drawer out. So as we look at the front here, you do have two 2.1 amp USBs and then of course 2 outlets. Now this is all being fed from the back side here. You can see we have upper power and lower power. So power for the power drawer and then power for the outlets and the USBs on the front. Now I will say I would have liked to seen something a little different here. Maybe have these plugs underneath so that you could keep this sidewall flush. I mean, it is low profile, but you're still definitely going to have to have this toolbox sticking, an inch or so away from the wall. Both cords come into one, and then you have this nice little slim profile plug here to go in the outlet. If we do take a look at the side here, you can see I did install one of the handles. It is upside down right here. Not a real big deal to me, but you can just flip that around. Another push bar came with it as well for the opposite side down there. I'm probably just going to leave one installed. Of course, it all depends on your situation. I don't plan on moving this toolbox too much, so I've just got the one installed for now. Now, if we come back down and look at the casters, again, they are 2,000 pounds a piece, and they are shock absorbing there. You can see the spring, and 2 of them are locking. So, of course, the 2 on this side right here, the steerable ones, are locking casters as well. But they also are greasable. Again, I'm not going to move it that much. It is nice that they're greasable, but to me, that really doesn't matter. So as we come around to the front, you can definitely see it comes with a black mat on top. Now you can get a stainless steel top for it. I offered not to right now. 1, I didn't want to spend the money. And 2, I really don't know what I'm going to do top-wise here. So most guys will get a stainless steel top and then get a hutch on it. I'm thinking I might actually just get a top box. So open the first drawer here. All drawers come with this nice black mat here. It does say icon right there. And also the drawers come fully out. So as you can see here on the side, you can get down in here and get whatever tool you have stored here out. That's one thing to be aware of when you're looking at boxes. Some guys it's not a big deal, but it's just something to be aware of if the drawers come fully all the way out so that you can get to the tools you have all the way up against the wall. Definitely when you have larger sockets running up along here, some of those boxes it's a little tricky then to get the sockets out. As we're right here, we'll take a look at the keys. Definitely an interesting style key right there. Now you can order a matching key set, which is nice if you end up adding on lockers, hutch, top box, something like that. So you also do get one of the, what I like to call work order tables. Now this would normally be in that drawer over there. I moved it already to this drawer here. You can easily, of course, do that by, pulling it up and out. It does come with the manual here, a nice little booklet. You can see safety instructions, maintenance, all that sort of stuff is in here. Now, this booklet does also talk about changing drawer slides. So again, like I was saying before, you can rearrange the drawers down here as long as, of course, they're the same size. And this goes through and covers doing that, taking a screw out, of course, pulling the slide out and, well, putting it in the proper spot. We'll pull the bottom drawer out just to take a look at that kind of stuff, but it does have the procedure right here in the manual. So if you do want to rearrange the drawers, it is quite simple to remove a drawer. This is normal for any ball bearing slides. Of course, you have that tab on the side there, depending on which side the slide is on, will depend on which direction to go with this tab. So I've already pulled these out just a little bit. You know, what you're going to want to do is put a little tension here on the drawer when you got it pulled out. And then for the left-hand side ones, if you're facing the cabinet, you're going to want to push up. Of course, you need to do both of them. And then on the opposite side, of course, the right-hand side facing the drawer, you're going to want to push down. So again, at the same time, you want to put a little tension on the drawer so that it keeps it unlocked. So now with that being said, we can go ahead and pull the drawer out of the way. Heavy duty slides here. And then what you'll notice is with them pulled out, you can see there's a little screw in that window. So what you'd have to do is take the screw out here, and then you can unlock the slide, move it up or wherever. As you can see, there's additional slots, and then lock the slide back in. And then after you get it locked in, then you'll reinstall the screw. You can actually see the hole right here. You know, that would be for that screw. So if we take a look inside the box there, you can see there is a little bit of paint defect on the back wall, but all in all, the finish actually, you know, on the inside here is pretty good. You can definitely see the locking channel right there as well. And you can see those latches there, you know, on the back of the drawer. The reinstall is pretty simple. You know, you're going to put that drawer back in, push it all the way in. They should relock, pull it all the way out, make sure they're relocked, and then you can go from there. I know it's probably a little hard to tell, but of course we're looking at the bottom of the toolbox here. You can see there's these 3 heavy-duty channels. They're about an inch or so deep, and they're made out of 14 gauge. So they're 14. The sides of the box here are 16 gauge, and then some of the internals are 18 gauge. So definitely pretty stout. So one thing I would also like to point out is, of course, your socket drawer is going to be your heaviest drawer more than likely. When you go looking at toolboxes, of course, you want to look underneath here, and you can see these heavy-duty support rails to carry that load. Now, on this drawer right here, you can see we have 5 double sets of channeled support rail. So that's definitely going to help in carrying that load. Now, if we go take a look at my Cobalt toolbox, you can see there, guys, there's absolutely no support rails. Same thing there on the Craftsman. So definitely just another thing to be aware of when you're looking at purchasing a toolbox. You're going to put a lot of weight in that top drawer. Yeah, you're going to want the support to be able to carry that so that the box doesn't bow down in the center. And then when that happens, of course, you can rub against the top of the next drawer. So definitely something to keep in mind there. So I know some of you guys might be curious about the shipping configuration. It does come on this pretty heavy pallet here, and you can see the wheels sit in this track here, and then there's these cross members here that, you know, stop it from moving. So now to get it off, you're going to need to get this ramp out of that bottom drawer. Like I told you, it's in a cardboard box. You know, get that out, get it lined up here on the edge. There's only one side they want you unloading it on. So you can see on this end it is nailed down, whereas here, you know, these screws are backed out. So you're going to need to take that off. You're going to need to take that cross out, and you're going to need to take that cross board out as well. Now, what I also did was I took some of those screws And you can see at the top of my toe right there, there's a little hole where I drove that screw at an angle right into the pallet. That way, there was no chance of this ramp coming off the pallet and of course then the toolbox dropping. Now I will say it was a little bit tricky because the wheels had to spin. They didn't load it where the wheels were in the right direction to come down off. So the wheels will try to turn on, well, the wheels will turn on you. So just watch it there. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, I did it by myself. You may want some other help with it, but I got it off there, of course, by myself. So here you have it, guys. Yeah, been searching for a while. Ended up going with the Icon here. You know, other alternatives to this that are a little bit cheaper, of course, is the Home Ec and the US General. Just be aware you're going to lose some storage capacity, and also you don't have that, you know, that power drawer, which to me on this one was definitely a big deal. So that's why I ended up, you know, going with this. You know, I could have probably found a used one, but, you know, this was order it, get it delivered, done deal. Don't have to play any games. It shows up, it's brand new, it's done. So, of course, for a prosumer or, you know, somebody starting out in the field, this would be something, you know, definitely to consider. A lot of times, most of those toolboxes online, you'll see that are brand new, are guys that thought they wanted to be a technician or a mechanic and ended up they got into it, you know, a few years in and just decided it wasn't for them, which, you know, it happens. So here you could spend a lot less and then maybe down the road upgrade to a SnapOn or a Mac or Matco toolbox. And then you could move this home or something like that. So for me, yeah, resale value may not be the greatest compared to a Snap-on, but I don't ever plan on selling it, so I don't really care. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on another episode.